This episode's 50.
No, it's not. It would have
Did we
been.
delete the last one?
Yes, because of your roommates.
Bro, I was telling my dad it was a good episode.
It was a good episode.
Should we go over what we talked about real quick? You want to give a high-speed recap? Can we do you do Google, I do Microsoft?
Okay. Just basically like the valuations that they were.
Both of them are extremely overvalued.
Don't buy them.
That was end of story.
That was the
Actually,
episode.
that's a 2-second value. That's a 2-second summary of last week. Anyway, super overvalued. Google's doing a stock split.
Google is
also in the episode.
Google is doing a 20-to-1 stock split, as is Amazon as of yesterday. And Amazon shot up $200 after hours because people still tend to think that stock splits make the stock cheaper, which it doesn't. But for some reason, people love to think that.
But according to a couple episodes, you need irrational people in the market for the world to go round.
And in order for the market to work, you need to have people like this.
We do appreciate it.
Yes.
Anyway, Microsoft side of it. We very naively in the episode said that Microsoft didn't do anything. We couldn't think of what Microsoft did.
We knew it did something. We just didn't know what.
Yeah, well, we were saying like Microsoft, they're not really relevant anymore because we're like Apple, has its iPhones and its own operating system besides Windows, and Apple is doing all this crazy stuff, and then there's just Microsoft, and no one uses those kind of computers. Everyone has MacBooks and stuff like that. And then we sat back, I've just been doing homework all day, and what did I use? I used Excel. And what did I take notes on? Microsoft
Word.
Word. Which is owned by Microsoft.
Correct.
So we came
in the name is Microsoft Word.
Microsoft. Look at that, Microsoft Excel. Anyway, we realized that Microsoft Office is sold to
every university in
the
country.
And there's a lot of universities in the whole country, so Microsoft's doing all right. We just couldn't figure out.
Hey, you want to see something cool or not cool? I guess it is kind of interesting about Microsoft stock. Let's look at Microsoft stock price. So let's look at their max. They did all. They peaked in 1999, 2000, the dot-com bubble.
Oh, that's really strange, actually.
They did nothing. They literally did nothing until they did not reach those highs until 2016. It took them 16 years to go right back to where they were.
Right. So for the audio viewers, it's looking at basically 2016. If you were to buy it in 2016, it would have literally been the same exact price.
You wouldn't have made any money.
It moved sideways for 16 years.
It moved sideways for 16 years. And even when when it bottomed at, let's just call it $23. It stayed there for basically 11 years.
That's incredible, actually.
People don't realize that, dude, about Microsoft. Look, the run up it's had literally started in 2016.
Okay, but why though? Oh, you were talking about they're in cloud space.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they're in everything, dude. Microsoft's lit. They're a little too confusing for me because they're in so many things. I'm sure if I dug deep into it, I could figure them out, but
maybe a lot of it is to do with cloud.
Yeah,
because that started getting big a couple of years ago.
They're either second or third in cloud. It's Amazon at the top, and then it's Google and Microsoft. I don't know which is second, which is third.
That's definitely part of it.
Mm-hmm. You want to see something cool about Amazon stock price? Speaking of Amazon, they're doing a 20-to-1 stock split. They're going from $3,000, call it, to 150 as of, it's going to happen in July. So based on this closing price, it's going to get to about $150. Amazon back in 2000.
Oh, that hurts to look at.
It peaked at 93. And it went down to
I
think it got as low. It's not really. Look at that. It got as low.
It was like $9.
It was like $5.
Oh my God.
And it really didn't do much until it started ramping up in about 2010, and then.
Well, they literally do everything now.
Yeah, Amazon's lit, but the tech bubble was crazy. It was wild, and we're basically seeing that again, just not with the blue chip tech stocks yet. We're seeing a bunch of tech stocks get absolutely hammered. And I have a list. That was the list that I showed you on my notes, Max. I'm just going to go through a lot of them. PayPal down 68%, 310 from its high to 100. Facebook down 50%, 384 to 197. Roku, one of our favorites, Max, down 75%, 490 to 117. Another one of your favorites,
Insane.
Virgin Galactic. Do you remember that one, Max?
Big time.
Down
Yeah.
85% from its high. Peaked at 57, down to $7.
That was unlucky. I got into Virgin before COVID was a thing.
Big fan of them.
Yeah, and no one's getting in a tin box getting shot to space during COVID.
Yeah, I tried to tell you.
Well, yeah, because you predicted COVID, right?
I predicted that only the select few of people are going to afford a $1 million plane ticket to the moon.
I think one day it'll be very, very.
It might be a little
doable.
affordable. Yeah. Well, anyways, not today. That's why it's down 85%. Carrying on. Another one of your favorites, Max, DraftKings. Down 76% from its high. $74 it peaked, $16 now. You traded that.
Is
thing
Square
up.
on this?
I didn't put Square on, but I can look at them real quick because I know
Square
they've taken
should
its
definitely be on this.
Square, it's right now it's at $107. It looked like it peaked at about 289. It's down 60%.
Yeah. Abba should be on this.
It is. Oh, it is. Zoom down 80%. That was the golden gem of COVID, was Zoom.
Call me wrong, but I don't see it getting back to those levels.
Never. It won't. Ever. Most of these stocks won't.
Look, I'm not a psychic, but nothing. I hope nothing will happen like the middle of COVID happened again, because you were forced on this. You had no other option but to be on this.
Yeah.
They were probably losing their minds up at their corporate office thinking like, oh
my God,
this is amazing.
We've
hit the jackpot. Yeah. Like literally, like I would have stepped down as anything just to take my money and leave, because I knew it would never be there again.
So, that's a golden gem of COVID. A lot of these are golden gems of COVID, a lot of these tech companies. So Zoom's down 80%, peaked at 568. It's down to $108. Alibaba is down 70%. 317 it peaked. I think today it hit $92, bro.
I'm well aware of that.
$92.
And I remember you said if it ever got to like 80, you're like, this is never gonna happen. But like if it did.
Oh man. Well, I didn't predict a war, and I didn't predict possibly China teaming up with Russia. That would be bad.
What a combo that is. Oh God, what a combo that was. Didn't see that one coming.
We're long-term investors over here, Max. The longer horizon, the better chance we have.
We're gonna need our children's lives to wait that Baba one out.
Yeah, or we just
sell and take a loss.
No. I don't think I'll add more, to be honest. I might.
It's low, bro.
No, it's not that it's low. It being low is a good thing, but
it's low.
It's
not going up.
I have to be careful with how much money I put into it, because I'm using my Roth, and I can't, you know what I mean? Like, you can't add more to a Roth until next year.
True.
And I want to use that Roth. I like buying VOO every month, so I might buy a little more, but it's low. It's very low. Fubo TV. Do you remember them? Everyone loved Fubo. One of our old members of Bearish told me Fubo was going to $100. Fubo's at $7 now.
I don't remember. Actually, if I didn't ever heard that statement, but if I had to guess, I would know who it was.
Right. It's down 80%. Went from $51. The thing is, people are on the train when it's going up. When stocks are going up, people are waiting in line to buy them. When stocks go down, people run away, brother. $51 is $7.
I think that same person told me that XL fleet is once it did the price, covered its price gap, it would only shoot up. Do you have that?
XL fleet is down 92% from its high, went from $30 to $2.44.
It's, where his price gap was at? $17. I remember that vividly.
And what it do after that?
And that certain person said once it reaches to 17, it's gonna bounce back up because it needs to fill that gap.
Right.
If you can see, oh God, you can't see it, but it does like a little tiny spike right there,
right,
and then goes back down. That's 17.
okay,
So it hit the 17,
and then it dropped.
and then
Understood.
yeah. So that price gap, it's still filling the price gap, but now it's filling the price gap at 1 cent. So just wait till it hits that, and then it'll go back up. Thanks, man.
Oh God. Another COVID golden gem was Penn National Gaming.
That was huge because Dave Portnoy was just on social media and stuff all the time. Just
67% from its high. Peaked at 142. It's down to 43. Neo, another one. A lot of people remember when we were Powerball trading. I was told if you don't think Neo's hitting $100, then what are you doing investing in stocks? You know what I mean? Neo's down 67% from its high. It's down to $20. Peaked at 61. At $61, people were telling me it was going to 100. At $20, I don't hear anything about it. What's going on there, Max?
I can't tell you.
I can't either.
I'm just looking at just real quick XL. I have calls. I can't tell what I did with these.
Probably sold them.
I can't tell like what I got in and what I got out at, but I just know that I had $15 calls, and they're down
to $2.44, brother. So
there's multiple of these. One, two. There's about 4 of them. I don't remember what happened at all, but
I got a couple more. Do you remember the weed stock Tilray?
I do. People were freaking about that.
Peaked at $64. It's down 91%, bro. It's down to
$5.
I
was thinking of Sundials.
Oh no. Well, we'll look at her too, Max. We'll look at her.
Because I had somebody text me that I hadn't talked to in a while, said I just put X amount into Sundial, and I'm pretty sure it was an absurd amount.
70%. It's a penny stock now. It got up to $1.75. It's 50. It's 2 quarters. It's 2 quarters now. So Boston Beer down 72%. Rivian, I know a lot of people that like Rivian, down 75%. Netflix is down 48%. Spotify was lit, and Kathy Woods was all into Spotify. It's down 63%. So she's
into a lot of tech stuff.
That's just what's going on right now with tech stocks, bro.
It's quite unfortunate if you are in the tech stocks right now. Other than Amazon, Apple.
Other than the FANGs, man. Facebook too, and Netflix. But
there was a lot of stuff with Facebook though. There's a lot of extra.
A lot of headwinds, as they call them.
Yeah.
So Apple, Google, Microsoft, they're kind of keeping it. Microsoft actually, they're down a little bit. Apple and Google and Amazon are about the only ones that are keeping this market up.
In the whole entire market. That's actually kind of funny that you say that. I think we've mentioned this before. It's really deceiving when you look at the indexes.
Oh yeah.
Because like everything is red, and then it'll be like the market is like up just a little bit, and that's because it's very heavily weighted in a few particular stocks.
Here, Max, let me show you this real quick. Let me share my screen real quick. I want to show you this right here. So this is this chart.
Did you draw this?
No, I got this from Bloomberg. This chart is basically showing us how many stocks in NASDAQ are down 50% from their 52-week high. And it's 40% rising. Yeah, it's going up a lot. And I think it's more than 40% now. I think this was old. I think I got this article was in January. I think it's about 50% of tech stocks are down, or have been just completely cut in half from their highs. And that's not really interesting. That's not a correction. That's not a bear market in individual stocks. That is a crash. That is a crash of tech stocks.
That's a really interesting graph. It shows a lot of, if you're into technical analysis and stuff like that, it shows a lot of resistance right at the 40%.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's broken 40%, just so you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's bad. Yeah, I'd say it's if you're into that, it's bad indicator.
Right. It's broken that baby. It's probably going to keep going up.
Can you pull up a thing of Uber? Because I just wanted to, this is kind of like a side note, is because everyone's talking about gas prices and stuff like that. And I was thinking about like delivery services and potential. Well, okay.
Boycotting of doing it. Yeah.
Well, not even necessarily boycotting,
Uber's down
but
50% from its high.
Uber doesn't pay for people's gas.
No, it does not.
So I was thinking I would not be surprised if a lot of people stop doing Uber for the meantime, because what they make is not nearly covering or even making it worth it what they're getting, like what they're paying out for gas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're paying in Georgia, at least right now, it's like 4 and some change, 4.5 or something like that.
Same here. Same here.
Yeah, you're like, nobody's gonna, why would you do it?
You won't.
Your profit has literally been, it's $2 less, like on what was it before all this started? It was probably, gas was probably around like $2 and some change.
Let's just look at Lyft real quick. I'm sure Lyft is doing the same thing as Uber.
I'm not saying like it's
Or
started to show now. It's gonna take a while to show. I'm saying probably around earnings season, like maybe for this quarter or next quarter.
Yeah. So for the listeners, obviously you guys know that gas is absolutely bending us over, the citizens of America, just completely railing us from behind. Yeah, the world. I
heard it was $20 in Norway. I don't know if that's real. I don't know if that's real.
Europe is way worse than America. Europe's prices and their inflation and energy is way worse. I do Amazon Flex, which is a delivery service on the side. And
exactly, like
yeah, like you asked me if I was still doing it, and no. You want to know why?
Gas?
Well, that as well, but you would think Amazon would say to themselves, if gas prices are going up, people probably want more money to do these flex jobs, but they're not offering any more money. So there used to be at the most like 3 offers for me. Mm-hmm. And even during the holidays, like you had to fight for offers. There's over 100 offers every single day because nobody's taking them.
No one's gonna, like, why would you? You know, exactly. Like all these delivery services, there is no point in doing it. And I'm not saying it reflects in the stock price now, but eventually it's going to catch up because earnings haven't came around. Like, I wonder what are like oil, like Marathon and stuff like that, like Marathon stock, right? They have a stock?
Yeah. Marathon Oil is, it's up, obviously. Berkshire just bought, Berkshire just bought Occidental Petroleum, which I don't know much about, but they're, an oil company. And this month alone, they're up in 40%. So good for Berkshire.
Exactly. I don't know if this is correct. Someone told me $10. Someone told me $20. They should be very upset for giving me false information. I don't know. I'm looking at this.
It's higher. It's higher in Europe for sure.
Yeah. All these Hong Kong, Norway, Denmark. I don't even know how to say that country. Sweden, Netherlands. None of those are below $8.
Yeah. Different. Wait, is it in our currency?
Okay. And gallons too, not liters.
Oh, really?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
16. At some point, this is what sucks. So basically, so for me, I'm just saying, I'm going to try to drive less, but people can't do that. They have to drive to work. They got to go places. You know what I mean? There's nothing they can do. They just have to eat it. And my
dad's job, he has to go from hospital to hospital, and some of them are 3 hours away.
My dad has to, My dad goes to Detroit, Michigan every month. And he has a truck. I can't even imagine how much it takes him to fill up.
Yeah. BMW takes premium.
Oh God, dude. I mean, what like, so people, this is my thing. People are all about, they're making more money in wages. They're making more money in stocks, not this year, but 2020 and 2021. Inflation is destroying that. I'm willing to bet the percentage increase in wealth or savings or anything like that has been dramatically hit, and they probably don't even realize that they're making more money at McDonald's or their minimum wage jobs or anything.
But who's they?
Like minimum wage workers.
Oh.
Because they got the minimum wage up to $15 an hour. You think they're feeling that? You think they feel like they're making more money, paying an insane amount of money for gas and groceries and all that stuff?
Oh. I mean,
probably not.
Yeah, I mean, the minimum wage is increased, but then they're shelling out more.
Exactly.
In expenses.
Exactly. And I'm not saying this is happening because of the minimum wage increase. I'm just saying inflation in general. We always heard about this in school, Max. We always heard about like inflation, but we never like thought about it because it was never a problem for us. But now it's happening and we're like, holy shit. Now I realize what it means when people say that the buying power of my dollar decreases. I have the luxury of living at home still. And I don't have to pay that. But some people who are living on their own, they're getting
Bro, no.
crushed, bro.
We buy groceries every week, and it's like 4 of us. It's like $250 a week.
And what did it used to be?
And like we've actually switched stores. So
Yeah,
we don't
exactly.
we don't even go to we used to go to Kroger, and we were like, dude, no. Like we go to Walmart now. So I can't compare it because we just switched to Walmart in like January. So
Yeah.
like I don't really know. But like I mean something as little as like, dude, I went to go buy a little rubber football today because it was awesome in Walmart. And I think it was $6. Like a little
Yeah.
I was like, what am I about to pay $6 for this thing?
I got a couple more things. Basically, what I was getting at with all this, with all those stock prices getting hammered, where individual stock pickers are getting destroyed for the first time since we started investing. Max, you ever think about that?
That is true.
All we've seen, and the amount of people that talk about stocks now is dramatically decreased. Thank God, by the way.
Completely. I don't really hear it anymore.
No. You want to know why? Because they lost money.
Because they're out.
And they stopped.
Yeah.
I said this so long ago. I was like, I can't wait for a downturn in the market, not because I want people to lose money, but because I just am so sick of hearing people say how easy it is, because it's not. It's so hard. It's so hard.
It's true. Yeah, I was listening to people say like, I've made $1,000 on this and flipped this for $500, and I was like, I've never. We said this time and time again.
Your life, you know what I mean?
Well, it's like we've never even heard. Do you like know what it really is? Like what all this really means?
Yeah,
it's interesting. You said it flushes people out.
Yeah, this is the only real volatile market to the downside that we've seen since the market crashed in 2020. When have we seen anything like this since then?
It has been about almost we're
basically
just in 2022
years.
But
basically 2 years.
It was pushing 2 years.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't like people losing money, but it gets all the people who think they know a lot out, flushes a lot of people out.
And think about this, like my teacher was talking about Black Friday and stuff the other day and how the market crashed. I don't know what the percentage was, but it was an absurd amount.
1987 one.
Yeah, like
I think it was like 20-some%.
Yeah, we're not even close to that. I mean, what is like the Dow?
I think the Dow's barely off their highs. Let me check. So the Dow off its high.
That's what I'm saying. We're not even close to that.
Dow's, it's not even in correction territory. It's down 9%. Yeah, NASDAQ is down. NASDAQ is down 17.9%. It's getting close to bear market. S&P, I'm gonna guess is down like 8 or 9.
See, we're not even close to those numbers.
Yeah,
and
it's
been probably since January 1st.
It's been mayhem.
So, since probably January 1st, there hasn't been like a consistent amount of green days, you know? And
but you want to know why, Max? Like what we said earlier, the indexes are not reflecting what's happening to individual companies because, well, not only because there's a lot of money in Apple and Google and whatever, there's a lot of passive investors just keeping the indexes up a little more than the individual stocks. But individual stock, this is a crash. Like this is like near great financial crisis crash when the market dropped 50%. It's just not the market doing it. It's individual stocks doing it. Yeah. My next topic is, what is the Fed going to do? What's it going to do, bro? Rates are still at 0. They haven't raised them.
They mentioned tapering. Did they not?
Tapering.
Oh, a while ago.
Yeah. But they still haven't raised rates. They're just slowing their buying of assets, and their balance sheet is still reaching all-time highs every single week. They haven't cut back anything.
Now, does that indicate them knowing something, or does that indicate wanting to put on a front so the market doesn't freak out all at once?
I have no clue.
It could. You could look at it in two different directions. If they're, you could look at it like they're basically all knowing, they kind of have control over the future. If they're not adjusting their balance sheets, if they're at all-time highs and they're not taking like necessary precautions or positions,
Yeah, but
then
they're risking inflation. Just it's running wild. Inflation came in today at 7.9%. They're very picky with what they throw in there. And the real inflation number is, I'm sure it's so far above 10%. It's like scary.
do they use only specific numbers to make it look better, to make it all
Yes,
pretty?
they rig
Yeah.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
And everyone knows they rig it and they still do it.
It's incredible.
Isn't it?
It's incredible. It's kind of incredible what the government does sometimes.
They just think we're dumb.
It's like
They
a
just
straight
think,
lie to your face, and then it's
yeah.
like, we'll take that actually. We'll eat that and move on.
They have to do something. They have to raise rates. And I think their decision to do that is coming soon. I don't know when they're going to raise rates, dude, but they have to. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, to be honest. That's how stupid they are, bro. So dumb. They have to. They have to, or I just don't think they understand what they do to like the average person. Like this probably isn't hurting, like the rich, but like
What about the poor?
what about the poor, and what about like just the average middle class citizen who's paying $100 a gallon now?
Yeah, getting
They're
red.
like, damn. And then we're spending what on electricity and what on groceries, and we're like, well, where did my money go? These energy prices might kick us into a recession because people are not gonna go out and spend money like they're used to. They're gonna start saving more. They're not gonna do anything. They're not gonna take out loans. They're not gonna, and the Fed, their answer to that is to lower rates so people can take out loans, free money, blah blah blah, and put stimulus checks. Is a stimulus check gonna help you with gas at $5 a gallon?
All of it will go to all of it will go to the gas.
Yeah. So like I'm asking, what the hell are they going to do? What can they do other than raise interest rates?
If I had the answer, I'd probably be on the board, but I don't have the answer, which is why I'm just wee little college student. I don't know. It probably is
Because
the beginning of the end.
Like I said, their answer to a slowdown in economic activity, their answer to a recession or a market downturn is to lower interest rates. They're at zero.
Yeah,
They
and they've just been
can't.
printing money, an incredible amount. Yeah, they can be negative inflation, right?
There can be, it's called deflation. That's not good.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, but there can't be negative rates, correct?
Yeah, there can. Yeah.
How does that work? If your bank sets a negative rate on your savings account, you would lose cash as you'd be paying to hold your money.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
That sounds literally just disgusting. And interest
terrible.
rates are already so low that your savings accounts they make nothing. Now they're just going to be like, let me use your money and then take a fee on top of that.
I'm pretty sure the current savings account is paying us 0.01% interest a year.
It's been a depressing episode.
It has been. Jeez. And we're not.
This is what you wanted. This is what you wanted.
This is what
I hope you know.
For.
You've been asking for this since the beginning of COVID. Prices are too high. I'm just, God, I cannot wait until there's buying opportunities. Well, you happy? There's buying opportunities everywhere. but there's negative interest rates, so you don't even have the money to buy it because the bank's taking it out. And gas is $5 as well.
This is my big. This is my big short moment. This is what happens. This is what the economy does. But when the Fed,
it goes in cycles.
It goes in cycles. But when the Fed tries to do stuff that isn't normal, it just creates a worse problem.
Right. It says, I'll sacrifice my now, or I'll sacrifice my future for the now, is what this is.
We've always said that. We've always said that's what they're doing.
It's like, I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, we'll worry about it later.
They'll worry about it later is the better terms, because it comes around and they're like, let's just lower rates a little bit more.
Yeah. Now rates are at zero. What are you gonna do, Fed?
What rates do we do, boys? Zero. They're like, well, they sit down. I didn't think it'd come to this.
Negative interest rates. Start charging them.
So somebody's like, what if we take their money now?
Let's not
That's a great
give
idea.
them money. Let's take it away, bruh.
You know, bank accounts give money.
We're switching
Not
that
ours
up.
anymore.
We're switching that up.
Everyone's like, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's messed up.
Yeah.
Well, that's a depressing episode if I've ever
That
seen
about
one.
does it. Hey, it's real. So it's happening. Hopefully it doesn't
It
get to
is.
negative. Hopefully it doesn't get to negative interest rates. But other than
Hey,
that,
we'll look back on this, this March 10th episode, and
Oh.
just be like, we played ourselves.
damn.
It was funny then, you know. It's not
Not funny
funny
now.
when we're actually paying it out. You know, Jared's kind of sucks. I'm making no money.
Oh, man.
This is 49 then? That was it?
It's 49, bro.
Hey, sorry to bring down everyone's day, but
I know everyone's driving to work. They're like, man, what was that?
Hey, my grandma emails me all the time. She's like, I watched your episode. It was really good.
Your grandma's
Like,
gonna
I watched your
send you
episode.
a crying emoji for
And
this
I shed
one.
a tear on that one.
We
That was
actually
49.
that was 49. The audio version was at 2,000 plays a week ago, and we're already up to 2,200 plays. So keep cranking it.
Legend.
Keep cranking it, man. We're gonna switch up, not for the audio listeners because they
Ooh.
can't see us anyways, but we're gonna switch up like the the visual of this. We're gonna invest some
You're
of
gonna
our
you're gonna feel it
money.
in the energy that we bring. You know,
You'll
there's gonna be
feel it.
there's gonna be
Yeah.
there's gonna be a
You'll-
little bit more energy.
You'll feel it in the energy. The YouTube viewers will see it. It'll be good. Good times. So that was 49. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else you get your podcasts. Watch us on YouTube if you like. If not, whatever. That's about it.
If not,
Take your money
you'll
out
watch
of
us
banks.
soon.
Take your money out of banks. Bye.
Yep. See ya.